Hey guys, so it's 6 in the morning. I'm getting ready for work. I'm tired. It's hot as fuck, but I'm glad I don't work outside, so that's a positive. I usually don't do a full face, but I'm gonna kind of do it half-ass because I'm on my period. Well, I'm not on my period yet, but I'm breaking out. I think it's because I'm gonna start my period. So I'm trying to cover it. Because usually I have pretty good skin for the most part. And I've been pretty good at staying on top of it. And it hasn't been breaking out. Because usually I know when my cycle's gonna start, I'll break out. And these last couple months I haven't broken out. So now I'm like, what the fuck? It's so annoying. I don't know if it's because it's summer or what, but yeah, it's very, very, very annoying to be almost 23 and still get pimples. What the fuck? But anyways, ignore me. Like I said, it's 6 in the morning. I'm not going out, so I'm not really that worried about how my makeup looks. But I can feel everybody judging me, but I don't give a fuck. No, so I'm trying to get in the better habit of making videos. So, I don't know. It's very fucking early, so I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about right now. Well, something that's been bothering me is, so Father's Day was last weekend, and I grew up in a household where my mom had her fun, and so I pretty much have 3 dads, right? So my mom got pregnant by my biological dad, and he was on drugs and not too concerned about being a dad or whatever. The story goes, there's still a lot of debate in that story. But we'll never know. The bottom line is that he wasn't around. So I have an adopted dad too, that my mom was with since she was 17. She cheated on him, got pregnant with me, and they didn't have any other kids. So he adopted me, raised me as his own. And then my mom, cheated on him and got with my stepdad. And, I don't really talk about him because he's just a fucking narcissist. He was very abusive. He's a drug addict. He got my mom back onto drugs. So I don't really give him credit in being a dad. My whole life, me and him, he's the one I lived with the most, with my mom, because to this day she's still with him. And me and him were just at each other's throats all of my life, all my fucking life. If we get along now, just because I'll go over there just to yeah, because I don't live in the same house with him. But it's just neutral. If we spend too much time together and my mom and him start fighting and I have to get into it, then it's just I fucking live there again. It's horrible. So I try not to go there when he's there. But anyways, yeah, I kind of feel bad thinking about it. I didn't even wish him happy Father's Day or nothing. But, see, you hear what I just said? All that bullshit of what a piece of shit he is. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad. But, so this Father's Day, right? My sister, unfortunately, my biological sister, I did grow up an only child, and I did have a half sister with my real dad. And, last year was my first Father's Day I spent with my biological dad and my sister. And it was such a beautiful moment. It was if you grew up without a parent and, you guys are trying to reconnect, that was really something I've always wanted, because I always have kind of dreaded Father's Day. You know, I had Rick, you know, I still made it special. But, you know, deep down, you know, like, you still don't have your real parent. And my mom always, like, let me know, like, I was adopted and, like I was new. So, this year was going to be a harder year, as I anticipated, since my sister passed. And this was going to be my first year as my biological dad without his daughter. You know, the daughter he raised. He raised her. He was in her life, her whole life. She passed when she was 43. So, that's like 40 years of having someone in your life. And, so I went and saw Rick, my real dad. I don't know if using names is more confusing, but I went and saw Rick, my adopted dad, but my real dad. Confusing, not my biological. On Friday, so I could make sure that I had, is recording still right? Okay, I was about to be mad. So I made sure that I had, Sunday with my biological dad. So I'm texting Friday, like texting my bio dad, like, okay, like, what do you want to do? Like, I'm free. You know, like, all right. No reply. No reply to me. No text back. He said, sorry, I slept in. Maybe we can go for a bike ride. Because he's into, like, motorcycles and stuff. He texted me that, like, at nighttime of Friday. And I was like, all right, bet. But, like, I was already getting the vibe that he was going to flake. Because me and him are both cancers. And we're both very flaky. So, like, I don't take it personally. But, so, yeah. So, I just kind of expected him to flake. So, Saturday comes. I try calling him. No answer. And I'm like, all right. Sunday comes. I wake up around 9 o'clock. I actually slept in. I usually never fucking sleep in. And I text him. I'm like, hey, happy Father's Day. Love you. Blah, 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 blah. And he texts back. I don't know if I can look at my text without it stopping my recording. But he texts back saying like, oh, good morning, Mija. I love you. I just hope you know that it hurts my heart every time I see you posting Facebook pictures of your real dad, blah, blah, blah. I'll always be second to you, da, 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 da. He's like, every time I see those pictures, it makes us take a step in the, like, backwards, like we're going back. Because on Friday, I went to my real dad, Rick, my adopted dad, Rick, and we, like, he's into bikes too, and he, like, put his helmet on me, because he got, like, a new jacket and a new helmet, and he put it on me, and, like, we took pictures, and I posted them, because why the fuck not? I always post my pictures. So that's what he's talking to. So part of me, I think he got his feelings hurt, because he's real like, oh, I'm gonna do my intro. He got his feelings hurt because he wanted to go for a bike ride. Second, I think he's missing my sister. And third, I think he is realizing that me and him do not have the relationship that he had with my sister. And that's not my fault. I've always said that, like, it's a mutual relationship. Like, I'll give what he gives, and we have to, like, meet in the middle somehow. Like, I'm not, like, Rick was there. I'm almost 23. He was there my whole life. Like, he stuck it out, and he's not even my real dad. After my mom, like, remarrying and moving us away, like, he was still always there for Christmases, for holidays, for birthdays. When I needed him, you know, he was always there. And I will never understand, like, how my bio dad feels having another man raise his daughter. But, you know, that's not on me. That's not on me. That was his decision. Like, he signed off his parental rights. Like, he didn't have to do that. Like, no one put a gun to your head. And he just has to come to terms that that's the decision he chose to do, instead of just pointing the finger and acting like it's everyone else's fault, which is something he has a good habit of doing. So Father's Day, I didn't really do nothing after that. I just stayed home. So it kind of like ruined my Father's Day because I set this time aside for him and my time got wasted. So I texted him and I was like, and you know, I gave him the whole like, oh, I love you, like I want to make our relationship work, I want to do this and this and this, and like pretty much like giving him what he didn't even need. Like I did not need to like give such an emotional answer. My cousin suggested that I just say, I'm available these days. If you want to see me, then make time. But if not, then like that's where we're going to leave it at, which it's hard. And I understand like I feel bad for everyone. We all miss my sister. You know, I would love to have a relationship with him, but I'm also a fucking grown woman and I can't keep like chasing that like daddy fantasy. So yesterday I butt dialed him. It was on accident. I butt dialed him and he didn't even answer. He called, he texted, was like, hey, sorry, I'll call you on my lunch break. Like nothing happened, like nothing. I'm like, okay. And then he didn't call me. So it's like, I feel like he's used to my sister always being the one to like call. And he told me like, oh, you need to call more. You need to do this more. And I'm like, that's not me. Like, I don't, especially like if you don't answer. Like there's only a handful of people that I call because I know they'll answer. And it's like, and I can talk to them. There's only like, it's my mom, my cousin Laura, and my cousin Caitlin. Those are like the only people that I can call and like talk on the phone with. Like, but other than that, like if you're not going to answer, like I'm just going to text you because like I hate playing like phone tag and shit like that. But I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like, I don't know. I'm just always felt like I've been like the adult in this situation between like all my parents and like trying to protect everyone's feelings. Because they're all like in a sense fighting over my attention, right? Like someone feels some type of way when I post a picture with them. Someone feels some type of way when I go out to dinner or when I choose to spend the holidays with them instead of that. Because it's like, it's a lot making rounds to like everyone. And like I have stepmoms and I have my real mom and like it's the same situation, but they're more mature about it. Like they get it. Like, you know, I don't know what it is with men, like, and just being like jealous and not, you know, just accept the shit for what it is. Like we can't go back 20 years. Like we all made our choices. You guys all made your choices and just like, let's make the most of it. Cause now it's like, they're all getting older and I want a relationship with them. But it's like, I can only do so much if they're not willing to give me what I give back. And people get burnt out. You get burnt out trying to make a relationship work. And it's like, do I just need to take it for what it is and just cut my losses? Because like, I'm not putting any expectations on him so I don't get let down. But it's like, damn, like I don't, like I haven't cried in heck long. Like I was just thinking about it, like, because usually like after my sister died, I'd be on my way to work, crying, just bawling my eyes out the whole time until I got to work. Like any song would make me just cry. And then like recently I made my altar and I have her like in my living room and stuff. And I think that really helped and I do talk to her. But these last 2 months, like I haven't been crying that way. And I was like, damn, like I haven't cried. And I'm a very emotional person. So I was like, dang, that's kind of weird for me not to like cry. Like even when things are like going wrong or like something's happening where I should cry. And I haven't. And then that day, Sunday, when I was reading my text messages out to Sean, I was reading everything out that I texted my biological dad, just like, because he posts pictures too and saying like the only time I've met my real family on his side is at funerals. I haven't met none of them like at birthday parties, this and this and that, which is like, all right, whatever. But he posts pictures of like going to those birthday parties, like my cousin's birthdays and all this that like they don't even really know I exist. And so it's like, I was like, you don't think that makes me feel some type of way? And it used to, but I grew out of that. Like, it is for what it is. Like, I have enough family. Like, I don't need no more people in my life like that. So it's just like that part where it's like, you do the same shit to me. So chill. It's not that serious. Like, too emotional. I'm not taking it serious. Like, I don't have my hopes up. If I'm invited somewhere, I'm invited. If I'm not, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. But he takes it very personally, and I think he's in like a bad spot right now. So like, I'm not getting upset, but it's just like, damn, like, we're both grown. Like, we can have a relationship. It's not going to be like how you had it with my sister, but it can be a relationship. But so we'll see. I don't know. I'm just kind of keeping my distance from that side of my family, because it's just, I don't need no more stress, like, and heartache. Like, I don't need it. Like, if you're going to be in my life, I want you to bring positivity and more love, not me stressing out and like feeling guilty. Because in this situation, I have no reason to feel guilty. I was the child in the situation, and all my other parents have those boundaries. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if, I'm just going to wait and see if he calls me. I'm not even going to reach out. Because I've reached out. And like, that's the thing. Sunday, when he texted me that bullshit, I tried calling him because I was like, I'm not doing this texting shit. Like, he can feel all the way he wants. I'm calling him. And he don't answer. The first time he answered, and it was like he was talking to his wife and hung up on me. Like, he's like, oh, she's calling. And then I called again, no answer. Called again, no answer. Called again, because I'm like that. I'll keep fucking calling. And his wife fucking answers telling me, oh, he's at the store, da-da-da-da-da. I was like, okay. I was like, well, can you tell him that I'm not mad at him? I'm not feeling any type of way. And to call me. And he didn't call me. And I was like, well, I'm waiting around, like, to see if we're hanging out or not. And she tells me they have plans. So there's only so much I can fucking do, right? But I gotta get dressed, finish getting ready, go to work. But yeah, so if you have that situation where you have stepdads, biological dads, everyone getting, mixed into your life, if there is a lot of good that can come from it, just make sure that you come from a place that's not emotional, because there are a lot of emotions in this situation, high emotions. Like, there's a lot of shame and embarrassment that comes with having someone else raise your child. And, they have this image of what we think of them, and we think that they're bad. And if we were blessed enough to have parent figures and, good people in our life to replace that role that they couldn't fulfill, they should be happy and not speak on them. And, they should just be happy, be grateful, because so many people that don't have their biological parents in their life usually don't get that mentor, don't get that until early on and later in life. Like, it could be a teacher, it could be a coach. Like, I was very blessed that Rick adopted me right when I was a baby, and I still had my real mom. And then, so it worked out for how it's supposed to, because I look at how, like, my sister was and the trauma she lived with, seeing my real dad go in and out of prison, and whatever he was doing really took a toll on her. And I think that was God protecting me. And I'm not saying like I had a perfect life, but that, on top of what I had to deal with my mom, I probably would not have been here, because there's only so much. I'm strong, but there's only so much people can take. But yeah, so good morning, everybody. I'm gonna stop it here, but Hope you guys got a good view of my boobs. No, but all right, bye. Next time.